Hi, Gly. This is Merjane. I have missed reading with you, so I thought I would read another story. I hope you find it fun. It's called Don't Feed the Pigeons, and it's written by Anne Harth. Eva and Tony ate lunch in the park. A pigeon landed next to their bench. Eva gave him a piece of her sandwich. Don't feed the pigeon, Tony said. Why not? Eva asked as she took a bite of her sandwich. If you feed one, hundreds will come. Another pigeon landed on the bench. Eva gave him a piece of her sandwich. Tony shook his head. You'll be sorry. He stood up. I'm going to the corner store. Do you want to come? Eva looked at the pigeons. I'll wait here. I'll be right back. Don't feed the pigeons. A third pigeon landed on the bench. Eva gave him a piece of her sandwich. Suddenly, pigeons came from everywhere. They flapped and fluttered. They covered the ground. They covered the bench. The sky was full of pigeons. There were hundreds of them. Eva threw pieces of her sandwich to them. Soon her sandwich was all gone. People walked past. They smiled and shook their heads. You shouldn't feed the pigeons, a little boy yelled. Eva waved her arms. One by one, the pigeons flew away. When Tony came back, the pigeons were gone. He took a bite of his sandwich. Eva's stomach grumbled. She was still hungry. She watched Tony as he ate his lunch. What's wrong? Tony asked. I'm still hungry. Eva rubbed her stomach. You fed the pigeons, didn't you? Eva nodded. Did you give them all of your lunch? Asked Tony. Eva nodded. Her stomach grumbled again. Here, said Tony. He held out half of his sandwich. You can have the rest of my sandwich, but you have to promise me one thing. I know, Eva said. I promise never to feed the pigeons. Let's see about these questions. What does Eva feed the pigeons? Did she feed them some cake? Nope. I think she fed them sandwich. She fed them her lunch. What happens to Eva's lunch? What do you think happens, Guy, to Eva's lunch? Do you remember? That's right. The pigeons ate all her lunch. Third question. Where does Tony go in the story? Huh. You know what, Guy? I don't remember. Do you remember where he goes? Let's go. Let's go back and see where he goes. Aha. He said. Tony shook his head. You'll be sorry. He stood up. I'm going to the corner store. He went to the corner store. Okay, that's where he went. I did not remember that. Did you? And then the last question is about what Eva promises never to do again. I remember that one. Do you? She promises never to feed the pigeons. I promise never to feed the pigeons. There you go. Have you ever fed pigeons before, Gly? Well, I hope that you enjoyed this story together, and I hope you have a fun summer. Bye, Gly.